Hello and welcome to another Magical Monday with Mary and Michelle. I am Mary Riesberg and this is
Michelle Colon-Johnson.
And we're going to talk to you today about influence. Last week's post we just left it open and we wanted to get your feedback on what does influence mean to you. And we had some great responses to that and Michelle's going to share those with you.
Well, I want to first start off with our friend Harry Shade. He is the co-host of Marvelous Mondays with Harry and Phil. Hello, Harry. Hello, Phil. His ideal of influence was leading by example, and I thought that was a great reply to the post because in order to influence somebody, you have to make sure that you're setting a good example for them.
Absolutely, and remember that the people watch you. People do, and they believe what they see. So if you have or are a bad example in some area, people are going to see that. So always make sure. Michelle will say this all the time. Make sure that you walk the walk and you talk the talk, and the two have to go hand in hand all the time.
The second one is our friend Jean. Jean is from our Go Giver group. The Go Giver group is by Bob Berg. And her example was another good one. It was others trust me.
And speaking of Bob Berg, on one of the phone calls, I just remember him. He has this loop that goes on in my head. I have it all the time where he goes, people have to know, like, and trust you before they'll ever even want to get to know you better or do business with you. So trust, Jean, you're right on with that, is a huge, huge factor when it comes to influence.
That's right, because if people don't trust you, they're not going to be influenced by you. You're not going to be able to do the things that you need to do and influence them to learn the things that you want them to learn in the community. So the next one is our friend Simon. Simon created the Dream Day. So I want to say hello to Simon, and thank you for replying to our post.
Hey, Simon.
Hey, Simon. And his was receiving and delivering a clear message.
And that all comes to clarity. And when you're with others, part of being able to influence others is to really project out what you're thinking or wanting to have done with clarity of vision. And what does that look like? And enabling people with what it is they need, the tools they need, and then empowering them to know that they can be successful. And really that comes back to the clarity issue. And influence and clarity can make people really want to buy in and follow what it is you're trying to do.
That's right. That's all a part of the influence. Well, we've been going through the different laws the last, 3 or 4 weeks. And next week, I think that we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a post, and we're going to have your feedback on whatever Mary decides to post.
Oh, I get to post.
Mary gets to post. She posted last week. Some people can tell by our writing, and some people cannot. But I thought it was such a very good way to share our message with you.
Yeah, and I just like the fact of getting the feedback because
Me too.
Michelle and I, we read all the time. I have books in my hand all the time. Michelle has books in her hands all the time. But I think most importantly, those of you who are out there, you can really share with us your feedback and let us then spread and share that with everybody else. We can't, we can suggest books, but we cannot give out your thoughts all the time. But that's what we really want to do as personal peddlers of personal development.
That's right. PPD, Peddling Personal Development. Mary's always gets a kick out of that. I did want to give a little shout out to our friend Tiffany Hendra from Sanctuary Style.
Beautiful.
She sent me a bracelet. And actually, I was on her page and I won that. So I did want to share this with you guys. It's really a beautiful stone. And we also will be having a giveaway coming up soon by Dr. Ajay, Footprints of Giants. So we have not forgotten about that, but we do want to make sure that you are interacting with us on our page. In order to get that book, you're going to have to interact with us.
And I tell you what, reading the book, it is one that you will want to have in your library. I just mentioned about having books in our hands, and that's a book you will want to have in your personal development library. It's a wonderful, wonderful book.
Absolutely. Well, where it came to this point of the day where we want you to leave your messages at the bottom of our page, give us your feedback, and as always, we thank you for joining us on this Magical Monday with Mary and Michelle.
And be a good influence to those around you.
That's right. That's very important that you do that.
Be an influence. Right. Now,
bye.